Hey everybody, I'm Stacy Lynn, and today I am making a casserole, a broccoli cheese wild rice casserole. This is the perfect dish for anything that you've got to take a covered dish to. I know we do that here in the South. I don't know about all over the country, but you do take food to people in need, and this is the greatest recipe ever. It's got two kinds of cheeses in it. It's got my favorite rice, which is this Nature's Blend from Ralston Family Farms. Get a good gander at that. This rice has got a mixture of red, brown, and purple rice, and it's all grown together on their family farm. It's a multi-generational farm, 3 generations, and they're from Arkansas. Y'all, it is so great. It's non-GMO. It is the best rice out there. You can find it all over the place. You can find it at Kroger, at Publix. You can find it at Sprouts. It's everywhere. Fresh Thyme. You just need, and if you don't have it at your grocery store, ask your grocery store to carry it. They would be glad to do it, I know, because they would sell tons of this rice. Super great. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using today. And my ingredients are I'm going to do a mirepoix, and right now I'm going to go ahead and get my pan started. And it's a 1-pan dish. That's the other thing that makes this an extraordinary dish. Now, you can put it into a nice casserole that you can carry in one of those warmers, and it'll stay warm for you all day long. It's just a beautiful dish on top of that. You've got all kinds of colors, and I'm serving it coming up here soon for Easter. So it's gonna be perfect with my ham and asparagus and my fresh rolls. It's just gonna be so great. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil down into my pan, and a little bit of butter. Okay, this is about a tablespoon and a half or so of butter. I'm going to get that good and melted, or actually I'm probably just going to let it all melt together. I'm sweating the onions, carrots, and celery. And this is a mirepoix that we use. Sometimes people use bell pepper in it, but here in Alabama, this is what we do. So I'm going to be putting that right down into my casserole dish. So you don't have to have one this large. This dish would be great even in a cast iron skillet. It would be beautiful like that. You can just make this part and then pour it into a beautiful dish that you have on hand and take it anywhere that you want to go. This is going to go into the oven, so if you're going to keep it all in one pot, you're going to need an oven-proof pan or an oven-proof pot, which is what I have right here. And I do love my copper pot. Scott got this for me one year for Christmas, and I remember going and looking under the tree, and I like to shake things, and I like to try to figure out what everything is. Actually, one year, this is kind of off the subject, but one year when my mom and dad had gotten everything for Christmas, I stayed home from school sick, so I opened everything and then I repackaged it. But I don't really like surprises. I really like to know what I'm getting. I know that's kind of sneaky, but anyway, that's just the way of it. But Scott got this for me a couple of years ago. Heavy package. I never figured out what it was. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic. My thyme, it's about a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons or so of thyme leaves, and a little bit of cayenne, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of that flavor that you're looking for, that heat that's gonna go so great with this rice. You can really add some strong flavors to the rice because it's just got that bite about it. It's just full of flavor. It's hearty. It's just delicious. A lot of people might want this dish as a vegetarian dish because it's got everything you could ever want. You've got protein in the cheese. There's protein even in the rice, and you've got broccoli. Add some beans to it and it'd be a full protein. And then you've got all of these great vegetables which are so healthy for you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the rice, my favorite part of this dish. All right, so I'm going to add it dry, And I'm going to let this go for a few minutes until I smell a beautiful, beautiful nutty flavor. And then I'm going to smell that and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I've got to eat this now. But of course it won't be ready. And at that point, I'll add my water. So it's time for the water. So that was 2 cups of the wild rice. All right, now I'm adding 5 cups of water to that. Okay, a little trick that I do, I like to put my finger right in it and it goes up to the first knuckle. And if it goes up to the first knuckle, I know that I have enough water in it, but it is 5. I measured when I did this earlier. So it's 5 cups to 2 cups of rice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little salt and pepper. I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, okay? All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna bring this to a boil. I'm gonna put the lid on it and let it simmer for about 45 minutes, and it's gonna be absolutely perfect. I cannot wait, and I'm gonna show you how easy the rest of this dish is to make. All right, it's been 45 minutes. And my rice is done. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it is very, very good. Oh my gosh. Look at how good that looks. Yum, yum, yum. So you can eat it just like this. Check for seasonings and make sure that they're great and you've got enough salt and pepper. But I'm not going to stop there because we're making a casserole, and this is not your regular casserole with your chicken of mushroom or chicken of cream of mushroom, cream of chicken soup. We are just making a luscious rice, broccoli, and cheese casserole. So I'm going to add a little cream to make this a little bit more creamy, and I love adding the cream. Oh my gosh, after you do that, your rice is so creamy. It is just so beautiful. So I'm just going to mix that in, all right, along with my broccoli. Okay, and it's just raw broccoli. Now, there's no need to really blanch it. You're about to cook it on 350 degrees for probably about 20 minutes, and then you're going to be done. It's going to be so good. And you can use Gruyere. I'm using Gouda and white cheddar for this, but Gruyere is really good with this. I'm going to put about half of the cheese in, and if you wanted to, you could use Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to mix that up in here and just give it a really good mixing. Now, what I did earlier so that I would be able to show you a finished dish is that I poured this into a beautiful casserole dish. But this, I'm just going to serve in this pot. So I'm just going to put the cheese on top and then put it in the oven and let it go for about 20 minutes and then bring it out and serve it in this dish. But for Easter, which I told you I was going to make this for Easter, I wanted to put it in a nicer looking dish. So I'm kind of doing a trial run, and really I think everybody should do your dishes beforehand to see how well they play with each other and make sure that it's exactly what you want for Easter. So I'm going to put this into my 350 degree oven. All right. And then now for the big reveal of the already done casserole. I'm going to get it right out. Okay. All right. And here you go. It is beautiful. Now I want to show you how I'm going to plate it up. Look at how pretty that is, y'all. Yum, 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 yum. Gorgeous. Okay, so my plan for Easter is, but you, like I said, you could take this to a picnic. You could have, you know, people have turkey, this next to a steak or under steak with the gravy on top. Oh my gosh, with a dollop of sour cream on it would be fantastic. So I'm just going to get some of this out of here and just plate it up. Look at that. That is so beautiful. All the different colors and the grains of the all of the grain, you know, or every single type of rice it seems like is in this. But, you know, again, I'm using the Nature's Blend Ralston rice, and it has the brown rice, a little bit of red and purple, and they're all grown together. I think that's pretty neat. Okay, and then I'm gonna put on a little bit of my ham and my asparagus right over the top of that with my roll. And I have got a wonderful meal ahead of me. Look at how delicious this is gonna be. Y'all, I hope you have a great day, and please do try the Ralston rice with it. It is fabulous, and just have a great day. Do this weekend. I promise you, you're going to want to do it for every event that you ever go to. I'll talk to you soon.